Baby, we are in the era of styling these wigs. Why? Because we got wigs at the house. You just need a different flair to it. There are ways, okay? Turn to your neighbor and say, ways, big baby, because sometimes you just need a little snip here, snip there, a little color here, color there, a little curl here, curl there, crimp, braid, up do, down do, side do, whatever. But today we talking about those good old ignorant early 2000s choppy layers. Okay, so this is the CurlyMe half wig that I got. Ooh, how long ago was that? I don't know how long ago it was, but I absolutely love this wig, okay? But something was just in me like, girl, go ahead and chop up. Now, let me just tell you the backstory of this. In the early 2000s, okay, so I went to hair school, right? And there was probably, the hair school that I went to, there was probably about 2 people in there who look like me, okay? If you picking up what I'm putting down, all right? A lot of the things I already knew because I grew up doing hair, so that was my saving grace. The fact that I grew up around the way. So I was around the way for late, but then once I got older, you know, we had what we had, okay, in my neck of the woods. And it just so happened that the hair school where I lived, okay, how can I say this delicately? It just wasn't really no black folk over there, okay? But that's the hair school where I live, so that's where I went. And don't get it twisted, because baby, I learned so much at that hair school about colors and cuts and perm. Y'all, I permed so many little old ladies, baby, when they would come in there, because you know, when you get your hair done at the hair school, it's like half of the price, right? So when you become a senior, you get to go on the floor, right? So you could do some, baby, when I tell you, those elderly women loved me down, okay? They would talk my ears off while I was giving those, and I mean perm, like curly perm, the actual perm. So I learned so much, you guys, okay? But the one thing my hair school friends taught me that had me in a chokehold was those grunge choppy layers. Y'all, for the longest, I had like a bob style, a choppy bob style, and honey, that was me. That was my girl. You couldn't tell me nothing about us. I was like, I'm about to go back, do what I do. If you have some scissors, a razor comb, really the razor comb is the star of the show, big baby. And when it comes to choppy layers, and I'm talking early 2000s choppy layers, okay? Not the real pretty stuff that you might see now. I'm talking the grunge girl choppy layers, because those were my hair school friends. That's who taught me about this particular style. So big shout out, because honey, I'm telling you, it knocked my neck between the wash and dry. The way that it flows, the way that the hair flows, there are so many perks to this type of layering. When it's all said and done, you will see what I mean about how it flows, how it builds upon itself. And I really want y'all to get into this. Try it little by little. I'm telling you, you're going to love the way that the hair flows when you do this, okay? So as you can see, when I first started off, the hair was lovely. It was just long in one layer. Boom. It's not really gonna move the way I was looking for it to move, just because it's just long in one layer. That's just pretty much it. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want a more flowy movement, then there are ways that you can get that. Now, on top of the flowy movement, again, I wanted the choppy layers. So I'm doing a few things here. So I don't want you to get overwhelmed. We spoke about it before, where I told you I'm going to be more in my styling bag, where I'm showing you how you can style some of these wigs. Our wig arsenal is like that. It's like that. But some of these wigs we can go ahead and recycle. Some of these wigs it just needs a fresh little little makeover, you know, that's it, that's all. Look how easy it is to apply this wig, y'all. Look how easy that is. That's ridiculous. These half wigs, yes, they're doing all of the things for me, okay? Look at it's already look how it's moving already, y'all, and we're not even finished. We're not done. Do you already see the chops forming, honey? She looking good. She looking good. You know where that weight. A lot of cutting and moving a certain way has to do with weight distribution, y'all. Oh my goodness. When you have the right wig that has the density that you require, oh yeah. Yeah. Now you can't really do this. You could do it, but it's not going to be the same sort of movement if the hair is low density, but you can still, you know, get you a maybe a synthetic wig to practice on until you get it, until you get more comfortable with this type of layering, and then put your foot in one of your wigs like this. I'm telling you. Now, if you are a day one, you know I've been talking about that crescent moon shape for at least 10 years. I always tilt my head over in order to finalize the overall shape. When I tilt my head over, I want the hair to fall into like a crescent moon, okay? That's why I tilt my head over. Look at, shit, come on now, come on. And we still not finished. That's why I said, get you a synthetic bop with a good bit of hair. That way you can practice on it and you won't feel a type of way if you mess it up. But I'm telling you, you can get this. It may be more steps, but they're not necessarily difficult steps. Just follow the steps. And then if you guys want this in a more, I guess, like a talk through, like way more detailed, let me know. If you like the end result and you want a as I'm going talk through, let me know and I will give you that, okay? Here I'm just adjusting my face framing pieces. I wanted the layer to start a little bit shorter because my natural hair is still short. So I want the bridge between my own natural leave out and the wig not to be so far. I don't want that gap to be there. So since my natural hair, you'll see my natural hair along the top. So it just makes sense for my shortest wig pieces to be short because, my natural hair is short. If my natural hair was longer, then I wouldn't do as many shorter pieces, but I want it to go with my hair. But baby, that razor is what puts the cherry on top, because you go through after those cuts and you just glide the razor down all of those choppy layers and it kind of blends everything together, okay, in a choppy way because it's a razor comb. Yeah, we now have a totally different wig, don't we? See there, we got wigs at the house, big baby. That's a whole new wig. That is a whole new wig, and look how thick and ignorant she is. Yeah, we did that, y'all. Peace, love, light.